Hello and welcome to another edition of Archmage Magician News. As you can see, Archmage is out there in the field fighting, so I, Magician or Magi, will cover the news for you. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right to it. Here's what's in the news. It has certainly been a long road since October 25th, 2020, when I started doing the character profile videos, starting with Shashin, and all the way up 34 characters from Pearl Abyss to the recent one, Grandmaster, in January 13th of 2022. That's over a year plus, people. Now that the character profile videos are done, now the task of updating them all. So I'm going to take this moment to say that is my next priority, is to update them all in quality that you see with the Grandmaster for all of them. And once that's done, then it'll finally be done. You will notice that it will say update in the description with the date, so that you will know when it was updated, so you can see, oh, this is the recent one, or no, this is before the patch where they did a buff or nerf to my class. So you'll always see where that's at, again, in the description. And let's go ahead and move on to other news. And that is about the December 21st patch notes. It is about the Great Ocean and how they made big changes. We always went there to do the events there for the resources and such, but they really didn't want us to feel like it had to be a chore. So I'm gonna just take a moment to pause this so you can read what's in green, and pause the screen if you need to, and then we're gonna move on. So now you will see something called Expedition Gateway in your menu structure. And yes, Expedition Gateway, Pirate Island. And it consists of the ruins, valor, and the new thing you would do for the Great Ocean. And that is, let's just scroll down a bit. There it is, Pirate Island. So this is now the event that you would do to get the resources so that they can try to make the Great Ocean more enjoyable. And here's the details about it. So if you need to pause at any moment, go ahead and do so you can read just the text they have below each picture. And now what they've done is they've added tasks, weekly tasks, so you can get access to the Pirate Island. And what I'm going to do is cut to a still picture to show you and highlight exactly where it's at. I know my mouse cursor is doing it, but let's show you. Here we go. And this ought to help. It is these two weekly tasks that you want to focus on: defeating Great Desert Enemy and Enemy in Hadum. So coming back to the patch notes, we'll go ahead and, yes, I'm highlighting that. And take note, it's 1,000 enemies in the desert and 50,000 enemies, I believe, for Hadum, which shouldn't be a hard task to do. It's a weekly task. Now, when you get it, this is what you get: the Pirate Island Pass. And we're going to take a moment so you can read below that on how that works. If you have to pause, go ahead and pause. And they're also telling you what they took out of the game. So this is now the event that you want to go for and do. And I should add that since they are talking about the grappling hook item and the Paddock's Pirate Island, let me go ahead and pause and show you another screen. Here we go. So since they talked about being able to get the grappling hook in the Pearl Shop, this is the location where I have found it. It is the special pack and then special package, but it's for $50 and you get 25. I'm not advertising for you to spend money on anything. It's more like, well, you're telling me I can get it in the Pearl Shop, but where is it? Now for the Paddocks Pirate Island one, and by the way, you need 10 to be able to get into either. But for the Paddocks Pirate Island one, I just don't see it anywhere on the Pearl Shop. So let's go ahead and move on and move down to the crafting of the craft section with the fish. Now when you turn in fish from going to Eventide Island, which is in one of my videos, you get this as a reward. It is chests that give you upgrade possibilities for your ship, for cannon and hull. So no need to stress over going to Shikatu and hoping for something good. Yep, this is where they're pointing out you're no longer going to get the Paddocks Pirate Island tickets and the grappling hook from the crawl chests and fish delivery. So this is a big change from what you may have known when Great Ocean came out. So the reason why we go to the Great Ocean is to enjoy Eventide Island for fishing and getting the coins and just leveling up your ship. I mean, the Cursed Pirate Island is all about Hadum and the Great Desert. So they're going to make it better, but until now, we're just going to wait and see what they do and enjoy the Great Ocean when they're ready. So let's go ahead and move on to more stuff in the news. Here we go. And since the last Archmage Magician news, I showed you that I was trying to go for a tier 5 ship and that I was at tier 4. So congratulations, I did reach tier 5, and these are my armaments. So honestly, what I do in the Great Ocean is I just simply find a good fishing spot or farming spot where I can hit multiple little targets and just auto it and use up all of the endurance there, and that's it. Level it up, try to get level 100 so I can await new content for the Great Ocean. So that's where I'm at with my ship. Let's move on to more news. So let's talk about gear upgrades. So this project was all about taking 80 pieces of armor in each category: main weapon, sub-weapon, helmet, chest, gloves, and boots, and get 80 of them to plus 40, and then level them up all the way to pen, so I can dish it out to my characters and they would be able to get the Chaos gear. It is very time consuming, and we upgraded everything except the boots, so we finished that and that's completed. So what we're going to do is focus on the updating of the character profile videos, and once that's done, then I can come back to this project and get all of my family members, including my main character, up to speed with plus 5, plus 6, plus 7 gear. So that's where we're at with the gear upgrades, and let's go ahead and move on to other news. Here we go. And we also wanted to tell you where we're at with the progress for life skills. And it took a long time, but here is the result. We have them all at master except for Excavation, and that's going to take a while. You know, it's finding the object, but wanted to say that now that my stamina is not dished out to life skills, let's show you what we do with it, shall we? Here we go. And that would be coming to Patrigio. We come here because I miss spending all my stamina on all the wonderful things he has to offer, from pets to items. I don't need the skill books, but it spends 200 stamina, and there's another ulterior motive why we come here, not only for all the loot that he has, but we also go ahead and knock out a requirement for daily tasks. And let's just go over there and show you. and it is towards the bottom, use stamina times 100. So knocking out 2 birds with 1 stone, and let us show you somewhere else we use the stamina. Here we go. And you probably knew this was coming, but the Great Desert. And we got to get that excavation up, so this is what we do. We come out here and fall along the edges of mountainsides or rock faces, find our little patch there, and increase our excavation skill. So we also spend our stamina. As you can see, it takes 8 stamina. We also spend our stamina on the Black Rock Altar. So as you can see, we come over here and fight at any Black Rock Altar that you see in the Great Desert, and once you do, it costs 10 stamina. What's great about this is that we are doing 2 things at once. We're getting Idana coins as well as spending our stamina wisely. So let's move on to more news. And the last thing I wanted to talk to you about is memory fragments. Wanted to show you where I'm at with my level and everything that I'm at, but let's go into the memory fragments specifically. Getting the purple is the most common thing, and what I'm trying to show you here is that only the strongest effect applies when you get this one about burn damage. So what I've tried to focus on, or what I am focusing on, is healing. Is my character's squishy, so I want her to heal like crazy. So I'm missing 1 for the chest, but for the gloves, that will be the burn damage that I stick with until I get something better. As you can see, it's better than 200, it's 264. And then this one again is a heal, so this helps with survivability. So what do you do when you have memory fragments that you don't need? You focus on feeding them to your black spirit so you can get a red memory fragment for your main weapon. And that's where you come to here and you get an unknown memory fragment that's red. It costs 35 memory shards, so you can get a really kick butt thing. So almost there for my first one. It does take a while, but that will do it. So what I'm gonna do is move to the outro and say thank you. Thank you very much for watching this video. So let's go ahead and do that. Here we go. So on behalf of Archmage and myself, Magi, I'd like to say thank you. Thank you very much for making it to the end of this news broadcast. Look at it, she's clapping. I hope you learned something along the way and enjoyed all of the updates. So for now, let's just say bye. Thank you once again for watching the video. If you do like my videos, please subscribe, like, let people know. I'm always making more and I got more to do. So you have a great night. Take care, and bye now.